Oh, Robert. You got a military funeral at Arlington. Oh, my God. Who was this somebody in your family? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, it's some of those military funerals they are quite touching. Let me get rid of this right here.
My grandfather, my pop-pop, when he passed away, forgot who told me about this, but because
I was at that, right?
he fought in
lovely.
World War II.
Yeah.
There's a service that will come out and do a salute and fold the flag and do the whole ceremony, and it's free of charge. I guess it's some charity.
It was awesome. Yeah.
I don't know if the government is involved in that any way, or is it like a charity that?
No, if it works and runs well, probably not.
Yeah. This was they showed up. It was
you know what it felt
cool
like?
that
You know what it really
that.
felt like? It felt like there were just like 10 or 12 army guys or military guys that
do this
do this because they're good people,
yeah.
and they had the music and the flag corps,
and they do a salute.
They do a salute. Yeah, and it made the whole day better. It did.
Yeah.
It was
it's volunteers that do that for, especially I guess if you there's not that many people left that had fought in World War II.
Also, it's like one of those things where I know you like countdowns and you like ways to know when you're supposed to go eat the Porky's barbecue. So some music and some gunfire, and now we're right. You're not, right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, we know what we're doing here.
I volunteer for a service where if you you were a draft dodger for Vietnam and you die, we'll go to your graveside and I'll smoke a joint and listen to CCR while they bury you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. To honor your mentality.
What if you fudged the documents to have like bone spurs and problems? Same. Do we get the same gimmick?
I will agree.
Is
I will
that the
agree to
same?
go, but then I will not go at the last.
What about
minute.
like my dad? What about my dad? Okay, that's good. You know what? That's perfect. What about my dad? Drafted, got in, severe flat feet, and they kick him out. They kick him out because his feet are too flat.
I always wonder, like the flat feet. I was like, you could get through that, right? You're a
That's what
tough
I thought.
soldier.
But then my dad was like, I would have been dead. No, he never said that.
Yeah,
All right.
I think the amount of marching you had to do back then, it would just destroy your feet, and then you couldn't do it with 5 feet.
That was kind of.
And then you're like a detriment to your.
I didn't want to say this to my dad at the time, but like if I were the platoon leader, much like the way Tom treats me, I would have looked at him like, I don't want that baby man in our platoon. Too weak. Look at his flat feet. Oh, weak. Get him out of here.
I would have been flattening my feet out before the draft.
Also,
yeah, you have to tie a string around your big toe and every tug it.
Don't you have arch supports in your boots?
No, it was before that. Just flat ass shoes.
You know what the sneakers?
You can have arch support.
Do you know
the
what
1970s. It's not that long
This was not
ago.
the 1970s when my dad was drafted. Do you know what
it was
shoes?
in '69, the Vietnam started, right?
But you know what shoes it was Chuck Taylors.
Yeah.
That's all they had.
No, but they're army boots, don't they have?
No.
Eventually, yes, but previous to that,
Black Chuck Taylors.
World War II, they didn't have that, and so flat feet would kill you. You couldn't march on them.
Hey, it's not that hard to invent some sort of bump, like your feet are flat. Let's invent
that
an
probably
artificial bump.
But that probably is what happened. It was probably like, we can't be, Xing out this many flat feet people. We need to do something about this. A doctor gets in there. He's like, I think I got an answer. We put a bump in there. They put the bump in there, and the rest is history.
Well, yeah, there's been shoes since the goddamn Roman era.
But they're
They had to
not.
put bumps in the,
No bumps.
It's just a bump.
No, bumps in shoes are new.
Yeah, but it's not hard.
No,
to put a bump.
If you
Is that
go
like
from the
crazy
history,
technology?
this guy's so dumb. In the history of shoes, if you start at shoe 1 until now, the era that it contains bumps is very minute compared to the
tiny little
long.
bump.
Yeah,
we've been
but
running
that's what I'm mad about.
flat shoes for literally millions of
But
years.
flat feet have been a problem.
Yeah.
And we had
But it makes
shoes.
sense. Flat feet, flat shoes.
Like it
Why
did.
would you put a bump in it?
We had the nuclear bomb in the fucking
before
40s.
we had bump in the shoe.
we do
Man on the moon before the bump in the shoes.
nuclear physics, and then we couldn't fucking put a bump in a shoe
No.
to fix your flat feet. I'm just mad.
That's a good warm up, actually. Like I love a historical argument warm up.
All right.
All right, that's a good warm up. All right, Mr. Van, why don't you start? This is 1 and 2 Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Allergies. Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over. Jump in the chat room like Norm, who's in there right now. Go Magic, Norm. One of the biggest Magic fans that I know is in our chat room watching us live. You can watch us live on Twitch and YouTube. Just search for @TomandDanLive.
From the Orlando Talk Show, we've got comedian and host Ross McCoy.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, Ross?
Pretty good.
So Ross has an interesting jacket on today.
Yeah, you know what you look like? You look like if there was a Russian family, you look like the one that would do the drugs. Like, you know, like it almost looks like a Russian jumpsuit, like a Russian mafia jumpsuit.
It is velour. It's very well tailored. In 2003-ish, they wanted $170 for this jacket.
Okay, all right.
It also it fits you perfectly.
It is, yeah. It's a 2X, a 2003 2X.
No, but it literally fits you like a costume designer came in and said, like, let's cut this for this man. It looks great.
You look like teenage Santa.
Teen Santa.
Before he actually,
Santa, the high school years.
Yeah, because Santa was young at one point.
Ho, high school.
Like he wasn't born an old man.
Before the reindeer, before Mrs. Claus, there was Santa, the high school years.
Yeah, like you dabbled in some pot and you're just learning about life.
Yeah.
So
I feel funny.
So
there goes that Santa kid always riding to school with his dumb reindeer.
Hold on a minute. I'm not gonna take that.
So it was ThriftCon over the weekend.
What?
And
Did I sleep through it?
And in the constant list of events that are awesome that come to Orlando, and then Orlando likes to get on Reddit and trash them.
Oh, yeah.
Last week it was Krampus Fest with them charging for the bathrooms and people being attacked by lightning and storms.
Yeah, you're right.
Then the apology wasn't good enough for Krampus Fest. People were like, we're coming for you. We're mad. We're just like, look, you apologized, but then at the end of your apology, you kind of said, hey, man, Florida rain happens. Oh, you said rain happens. You negated the whole apology.
So what is ThriftCon?
So, I'm affiliated with Power Spot Fireworks and by association, God, what does he call it?
I was going to hit you with the reverb.
Elite Vintage Apparel.
Okay.
Elite Vintage Apparel.
Thank you, Ross. It's got to be said like that. This is per Craig, not me.
Which is Craig's side gig. He runs out of the fireworks warehouse.
He bought a warehouse of clothes from Baltimore, and we sorted it all out into jackets, pants, hats, and like stuff, and got rid of all the trash. And we now have a warehouse of fireworks and old clothes.
Which is number one biggest fire hazard. On the list of things that go down. I mean, it's like, what do I do with this big pile of wet garbage?
Fine. We store it next to the used cooking grease. It's all fine.
What do I do with all this brewer's yeast?
So, ThriftCon was over the past.
Correct.
Weekend,
so we loaded up a couple trailers worth of old jeans and sweatshirts and all kinds of trinkets from the past. And we buzzed down to the Orlando Convention Center.
Okay, I was in the convention center.
Trinkets from the past.
And I've been to the convention center a number of times for like the coin show. I've been to a couple things down there. And
the boat show. I've been for the boat show.
Yeah, I've been for the Surf Expo's awesome.
Surf Expo.
I've been for some dance things, and I got into that's where I saw my wife with that guy when she was modeling, and I had a complete jealous rage fit, and I freaked out and yelled at her on an escalator.
It's a weird thing to bring up.
It's oversharing Monday.
So I'd never been as a vendor though, and that was a neat experience. So like basically, the door you come in as the public, the exact opposite of any of those big convention center rooms, the exact opposite side of it opens up to the outside, and there's like loading docks back there. And so Friday night, I don't know how we swung this because me and Craig kind of just randomly drove down, but his partner Jeremiah was the first guy in line for loadout, and we showed up right after him. And so like we were the first people loading in at ThriftCon on Friday. So we loaded, you put up all your shelving, you get everything put out, and meanwhile, like a bunch of other weirdos are also doing that. Everything.
No, when you say other weirdos,
well, are you including yourself in that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. I just gotta
Top 10%.
let the record
sure,
reflect.
yeah. So, like,
Other weirdos. Yeah, I'm in there. Yeah.
So you're primarily a fireworks business selling thrift clothes.
Got
now.
into this clothes game.
So,
yeah.
so is
Also,
there,
two of the classiest things you can sell are fireworks and thrifted
so
clothing.
is there a lot of other different businesses that are dabbling in thrift clothes as well, or are they only thrift clothes?
So Craig's business partner, Jeremiah, in this, him and his son have been doing thrifting, like just picking from Goodwill and putting online for a while now. And this is kind of an upscale from an upgrade for them. And it turns out there's this whole subculture. Like people are coming by and like shaking hands with them and dapping them all day. Like there's a whole.
What's up, elite, my baby? Give me some skin.
So it starts like while we were setting up on Friday. There are dudes that must have just bought a vendor pass just to come and pick early because there's guys and they all have like one of those
That's genius. That is really smart.
They all have one of those like over the shoulder army bags like you'd see a guy like hitchhiking home from Vietnam with. They all have that bag. And they just walk while you're setting up. They'll just go pick your T-shirts, and they'll pick out like 10 or 15 of them that they like, and be like, "Hey, make me a deal on these." And they do it to like everybody, and then the next day sell them for like 2 or 3 times as much.
Okay, at the con or just
I don't know.
on their own online?
But Friday there's a whole swarm of like early picker dudes that must just buy the vendor pass just to do that.
Okay, all right. So how big is this thing?
It was the coin show I went to was in a much bigger room.
Okay.
This was in, I'm gonna say, you know what? It was right next to the room where the Geeks of Comedy did the roast of Superman at MegaCon. It was like right next door. It was so weird for me. Like the last time I was walking this hallway, it was just like Superman. That was a weird thought I had. But
so because as I think about this, the thrift business is gigantic. Yeah. Because there's a thrift store in every town in America.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
2 or 3.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That little dinky place we went to in Kansas had like 4 of them. We just went thrift store and we were like, oh, there's 4 of them in this little dinky.
Well, there's so much.
It's a
garments.
junk shop, right? It's just a junk shop.
Yeah. Well, there's so many garments in the United States made that and most people, if there's a good T-shirt, it doesn't get thrown into the garbage. It gets recycled and like out
One
there.
of my favorite things to do is to throw brand new gifted to me from a business. If you have a business and you give me one of your T-shirts, and I mean it's got the lines in it. It's still got the lines in it. It's got the sticker on it. It says Gildan. Mm-hmm. Right in the trash. Right in the trash. Look, I'm just telling the truth.
Never give a radio guy a shirt. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Unless it's a hockey jersey.
But shirts. Okay, you know what? That's true.
You're wasting it.
It's not my fault. I'm a radio guy. Radio guys give out shirts. We don't take shirts. Right? You understand? You understand how it works?
They got too many.
Yeah, I got too many shirts. If I take any more shirts, even Tom and Dan shirts, I'll say it. I have had Eric send me brand new Tom and Dan shirts. I'll punt them right in the trash.
It's like giving,
and it's my own shirt, but I'll throw it right in the trash.
It's like giving Jelly Roll boogers.
You know what? I've changed my tune on him. I listened to him on Rogan, and now he's a member of the Grand Ole Opry. And he was crying, he's blubbering out of control. He's a lovely man, that Jelly Roll. And also, he's a lovely man.
He
got new teeth, I think, too.
He's now just skin roll.
Yeah, fat rolls.
Anyway,
35 pounds of loose skin, he says in that interview.
So
he has to tuck it into his camouflage overalls.
So how many people come to this event?
So I think there was something like on order of like 100 some vendors. I think I saw there's like a festival, like a band festival style poster with all the vendors on it, and there's a lot of them.
Okay.
And then in terms of people, I don't know. I would have to. I'm gonna say
homeless pants Harry. I'm just envisioning all these different vendors.
Because I was
lead vintage apparel.
I was just posted up in one spot. I didn't really wander about, but the size of the place and the density of the people that were coming about, I'm gonna say maybe like 1,000 people came through.
Okay.
But like it was. There was never any lack of people. It was right up from the beginning until the end. People paid early access. You could get in at 9, right? And there was a good fair bit of people that did that.
So when you say vintage clothing or thrift clothing, that spans a lot of years.
They really should have called it Vintage Con, because like the knock on Reddit that everybody was like, this wasn't Thrift Con.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, there is a thread on Reddit where they're just taking this thing to task.
It was a very popular thread over the weekend, I believe, entitled "Thrift Con Sucked."
Okay,
and it was a guy who went and I guess expected like Goodwill and the Salvation Army and like all thrift shops were going to pay $2,000 a storefront to come and put like the garbage that people donated out for him to pick through. Like,
that was ridiculous.
And the big knock was like, they called it ThriftCon, they should have called it VintageCon. So like, from here forward, let's call it VintageCon because that's what it was. It was curated. It was a vintage show. Yeah, like the booth next to us. I don't know.
It's the best of the best of thrift store clothing. If you think about it, it's the
people,
rarest. It's not
people who went through the thrift stores, combed it for the good stuff, and now have assembled it for you.
Why don't we call it the Thrifter Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
like when you do a car,
yeah, it's got to be like
the World Series of thrifting.
Yeah, there you go. World Series of thrifting.
Like,
I knew it was in there.
Also, Goodwills and other thrift stores are not just going to take their time and pay the fee to bring their normal stock
There's
over.
no way.
Yeah, like that would be ridiculous and a waste of money. It's stupid that the person is even complaining.
There was this
about
guy, Tony Tampano, that was there, and it was just a straight up thrift shop, but he's very bad at
He
it.
doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, that was a flare. That was a flare to you, buddy. Letting you know. That's letting you know that he's got a little piece of paper in his pocket. He's ready to roll. At any moment, Ross can break into character. Just know the flare's been launched.
So what were all the other booths? Was there like super old vintage clothing?
Yeah,
or was
give
it
us some
maybe
examples.
90s? What was the most popular?
So you could tell, like, this is our first rodeo. I'll fully admit it. So, like, we were just slapping.
Oh my God, you had horses in there? That's going to stink.
No, but you know what? Dudes had, like, skateboards and e-scooters and stuff. Like, you were allowed to just skate around this thing. I'm bringing roller skates next year for sure. But, so, like, this is the first time we've done anything like this.
Yeah.
So we straight up just had 8-foot plastic tables, and we slapped our jeans out, and we had they call them Z racks because they make a little Z on the floor and you hang the clothes on them. We had me and Craig made a 40-foot length of pipe to hang stuff across the back of our booth.
Okay.
But other booths you could tell they had nice little layouts, maybe they had a little cube, and so they had shirts around the perimeter. And this is the big thing, all chromatically arranged. So white to blue, red into purple. They had everything by color. That's how you could tell somebody was really, dialed in.
Yeah.
Right across from us, they had a ton of vintage leather jackets, a ton of vintage camouflage. There were guys there just for camouflage. I swear to God. There were guys there just looking for 40 and 50-year-old
Hey, don't
camouflage.
make it like they used to. This goddamn woke camouflage don't hide you from nothing but trans people.
Insane.
I don't know. That was just a character I was pretending to be. I'm working on it.
Directly across from us was vintage video games. They had a lot of N64 cartridges and stuff.
Okay, now you're talking.
And
beyond clothing.
You know what I saw? A Budweiser Clydesdale chandelier
that hangs over a pool table.
You got
Dude,
right,
Dan. That's
dude, and you
nice.
didn't buy that for me, or tell me to rush down and buy it?
Yeah, I'm sure it was expensive.
I want it
as
for my
hell.
garage.
I didn't even want to ask. The other real thing that I saw that caught my eye that I didn't even want to ask. The guy next to us had a 1996 Lithuanian basketball team T-shirt.
Yo.
Which, Tom, I don't know if you remember. That's the year the Lithuania couldn't afford to go play basketball at the Olympics. So the Grateful Dead stepped up and sponsored all their stuff. So they played in tie-dye.
Yeah, it was badass.
It was.
Do you remember when the Grateful
amazing.
Dead?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think Jerry Garcia and everybody, Jerry was still alive.
Jerry
or
was
he dead?
tripping on the
I
toilet
think
one
he
day
was alive.
reading USA Today,
And they were like, "We gotta-"
and he
well,
read in
yeah.
the paper, Lithuania doesn't have the money to go to the Olympics. They're like, Grateful Dead's got some extra money. Then as long as you guys play in tie-dye, we'll pay for it. And they absolutely did.
So
Yeah.
Lithuania played the Olympics in
Hold on, I'll get the
tie-dye,
info.
sponsored by the Grateful Dead.
In 1996, that is correct. And so dude had
So the country of Lithuania must have been embarrassed the fact that they
no. They were the coolest dudes at the
Yeah.
Now, did they win gold? No, but they were the coolest dudes at the Olympics ever.
So they had that promotional merch.
They had a T-shirt of that,
Okay,
yeah,
all
that
right.
from 1996.
Yeah.
That's a cool find.
Okay,
I didn't even want to ask how much.
So, American artist named Greg Spears designed the tie-dye shirt. It featured a skeleton dunking a basketball. It was very.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing shirt that I need to own one of those.
A whole convention center room full of stuff like that. Just stuff like that. And so the people that are complaining about it, I get you didn't get what you wanted, but trust me, there were hundreds and hundreds of people who were there for what was happening. And had big rolls of money to spend because dude next to us was selling out of stuff. He couldn't take old T-shirts out of boxes fast enough.
But that's fair. So what you're saying is, okay, maybe you can see their side of like, if you thought it was that, I understand.
Yes.
But it never was, and the people that were there enjoyed it.
There were people there for it. If you maybe it sucked for you, but there were a number of people who were like, "Oh my God, I've been looking for this T-shirt for a million years, and you have it for a mere $500 or whatever. Great, here, take my money."
Did you guys? And this is a strange question for Tom, and I'm wondering if he has an answer. Have you ever had your favorite T-shirt? Do you have a T-shirt?
Yes,
have
I
you
do.
ever, over the course of your life, do you have a favorite T-shirt?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, okay. I got one too. What's yours?
Mine is my Pop-Pop's bar in the Everglades, Gator Hook. And he owned a bar in the 70s in the Everglades and then made some T-shirts as the alligator. It just says Gator Hook. That was the name of the actual bar. And then it was like a cartoon alligator. And
With a boner.
I wish I had a boner. But anyway.
We can update the design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a super soft shirt. And,
it's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, and it has that connection to your grandpa.
Yeah, it's 55 years old or whatever. Is literally my grandfather's Everglades bar, and I wear it every once in a while. I can't believe it's still like there's no holes in it or whatever. It like goes through the wash.
I've been planning this topic for a minute. What's yours?
I have a Jolt Cola T-shirt I bought in like 1995. It was the first thing I ever bought online. I don't even remember how I got money onto the internet to buy it, but I bought it through like joltcola.com or something.
That's pretty awesome.
And I wore it to pieces.
Do you still have it?
I think my wife threw it away.
Okay, mine is, I have a shirt, and I would wear it around the house. I would wear it to bed. Listeners or anybody, if you go on my Instagram, you'll find me wearing, it's a tie-dye tank top. And it's from a store here in town, owned by professional bass extraordinaire. This guy's a monster on a bass guitar, Beaver Felton. He owns a place called Bass Central. I bought a Modulus graphite neck bass there, I don't know, 25 years ago. And when I was buying that bass, because I'd been relegated in the morning show, I'm a drummer, but I'd been relegated on the morning show, like, no, the host is going to be the drummer, you have to play bass. So I started playing bass. Well, then when I finally got decent at bass, I wanted to reward myself with a nice bass. So I bought a Modulus graphite neck bass, and he had emailed me to come down and he'd give me a great deal on the bass as long as I gave him some mentions, which I always have. Bass Central. Go there. If you're a bass player and you need a bass, it is only basses and it plays rules.
Every time you've ever greeted me, you said, "Hey, Ross, how's it going? Bass Central if you need a bass."
Yeah.
Every single time.
It checks out.
Is it still open?
It's still open.
Yeah,
and,
thanks to Dan.
Yeah, and I
damn.
believe it's still open, and because he does a lot of online, and it really is, like, it's very unique in the idea that you can't, like, if you're a bass player, what a wonderful place to have, right?
Because probably most other guitar places, you're like an afterthought, right?
Well, also, Beaver is, he's so good that if you've never heard his name before, Beaver Felton, go online and you can, like, Google it, and you'll see, like, his line of, like, teaching materials online. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys. Like, he was back making DVDs showing people how to play. But anyway, it's my favorite shirt, and I just retired it, like, 2 weeks ago because it's splitting down the sides. It's gotten washed so many times that it's like starting to split down the sides. So I balled it up and I stuck it in a Ziploc bag. And then I'm like, well, why am I doing that? But that's where it is right now. But I'm going to just throw it away. But for some reason, I felt the need to get a jumbo freezer size, Ziploc bag and stick it in there like I'm going to hold on to it.
You should have a little ceremony. Get like a bucket and burn it.
It's in my sock drawer right now. And it makes me so sad because it's my favorite shirt. Like, whenever I would come home from here or, like if I wanted to watch the Magic or like Christmas morning or whatever, it's my go-to making breakfast shirt. It's the shirt. It's my favorite shirt. Dead.
So, was it successful? Or would you say that Craig thought this is a good idea that we came here and did ThriftCon?
We were the most thrift of anything there. Like everything else, we were the only, like, I think, place that had like what we have, which was unused, like, quote unquote dead stock stuff.
Okay.
So if people, and we were right by the door on the way in, so we got a lot of people coming by like first thing, and then just seeing the stuff, and then, dude, everybody at ThriftCon touched that Scarface jacket. We had the Scarface jacket hanging out front. Literally everybody at ThriftCon came by and was like, whoa, touched it, looked at it. It has a zipper-on hood, which I didn't know. Stuff down the sleeve, it has a zipper-on hood with more Scarface stuff all over it. It's insane. Craig did sell the black one, but we have like a cappuccino-colored one. Everybody at ThriftCon fingered it. But they would come in, walk through, and then come back to us, like a ton of people. And here's maybe the most Tom Van thing I've ever done in my life. A guy came up and we, I know we have a whole table full of apple bottom jeans by Nelly, right?
Okay, all right.
I know we've got a.
That's called the Gary Menke.
Does he have a joke about apple bottom jeans?
Yeah, and he left it in his warm-up stand-up all the way until, like, I want to say 2021.
They're making them again. But anyway, I know we got a bunch of Ed Hardy. I sold us out of Ed Hardy. Anytime I saw a dude walk by in an Ed Hardy t-shirt, I'd say, hey, we got that shirt, that shirt, that shirt. So every single time a guy would buy. And
so you know what you're doing.
Ed Hardy shirt, you could sell it at Hardy shirt.
You're
100%.
using your hosting powers for your vintage. So now you're hosting a vintage con.
We had a bunch of Pepe jeans. If I saw a dude, there's tons of dudes walking around in Pepe jeans.
You're a Pepe man, don't you? Tom only. He's like, hi everybody, I'm Tom Flynn, international radio superstar, and you'll only catch me in my Pepe.
I'll be like, hey, you like Pepe? We got a table full of Pepe over there. I was selling tons of Pepe.
Nothing comes between me and my Pepe.
Guy came up to me, and
I'm more of a Le Pew man.
Looney Tunes stuff. I got tons of Speedy Gonzalez sweaters. What do you want? Guy came up to me and he's like, hey man, I got one thing I'm looking for. I got like this designer Jerbo. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, Jerboe, Jurbow. I'm like, no, man, I loaded pretty much all this by myself. And I've seen pretty much, no, I don't think there's any Jerboe in there. And so dude starts going through the shelves and he's like, hey, like this. And it was a French designer, Marie-Francoise Gerbeau, Girbaux. We got a ton of that.
So we're your Gerbeau headquarters.
Yeah, and so the guy ended up buying a bunch of Gerbeau.
Yeah, a lot of those like only made for a hot minute. I'll give you one that I only know because of my wife. And we insulted this man. He'll never be on our show again, and he moved away to Nashville. But from the hit pop superstar group NSYNC, Chris Kirkpatrick. He had a clothing line for a split second.
Oh, wow.
Called Fu Mansquito. And my wife has a Fu Mansquito shirt. Wonder what one of those Fu Mansquitos will fetch you on the internet.
Oh, no. Oh, and then there is, of course, the sweater I'm wearing that you mentioned. If I might refer to my phone for 1 second.
Look at that thing. Look, it's glorious.
From January 6, 2012, the Palm Beach Post, news story entitled, Broward drug defendant wears, quote, crack jacket, end quote, to court.
Wait a minute, is it called the Cracket? It's a crack jacket.
This is by a designer called Stash House that I haven't been able to find a whole lot of information about.
I'm going to zoom in, okay, Ross? I'm going to hyper zoom in on your jacket so people can see it.
But I feel the best way is to read you this news article.
So it's just on your jacket now, Ross, so everybody can kind of see what we're working with this jacket. It's a beautiful burgundy jacket with gold zippers and gold pull inlays.
And a man accused of drug trafficking showed up for court Friday in Fort Lauderdale, sporting a jacket that bore a cartoon-style recipe for cooking crack cocaine.
And and cue the camera to Ross's crack jacket, and you see the baking soda. See, what does it say on the titty?
From far away, it looks like a Christmas jacket.
Oh, I had a number of old memas come up to me and say, "I love your jacket," because they thought.
And then you should say, "You
Christmas
mean
jacket.
crack it?"
Again, from the Palm Beach Post, maybe he was hoping to impress the judge or crack up the courtroom crowd, but the fashion police at Broward County Courthouse labeled it a fashion fail. Probably not the smartest attire for a defendant, said Michael Weinstein, a lawyer who snapped a cell phone photo.
Well, hold on. If you don't like it, then get your camera off my jacket. That's what I'm saying. Don't be taking pictures of it if you don't like it.
This guy had it in white. The man's white jacket looked like a how-to guide for making crack cocaine, with a series of little pictures of a white substance with a spoon, a carton of baking soda, and a little pot over a fire. The end product was a rock, slang for the drug. The finishing touch was the slogan, stack paper, say nothing. Make money and hold on to it in the vernacular.
Make money and say nothing.
The guy's lawyer said his client still surprised him by wearing drug-related attire to court. Giant marijuana leaves on the T-shirt. It's so common, I routinely advise clients, no drug-related clothes when you go to court. And then the lawyer said, I didn't interpret it as a recipe to cook crack. I took it as freedom of expression.
Well, most people in the chat room said exactly what Tom said. They said it looked like a festive. They thought you were wearing a festive Christmas jacket.
The red velour really draws you in, and then it's kind of green. What caught my eye was it says stack. It was just in the warehouse sorting jackets or whatever, and I saw it said stack money, say nothing. I was like, it sounds like a drug slogan to me. And I looked twice at the pictures, and I was like, I'll be damned. That's the recipe for crack.
So all printed on the entire jacket.
Yeah, you can see it. I've got it up on the chat room right now.
Little emojis of how to make crack.
Describe each one, Ross.
And then, so you, just like it said in the news story, you start with your bales of cocaine.
Yep.
Big stack of bales of cocaine, and then as the arrow shows, you put that into a spoon.
Yeah, it even has directions on what to do.
And then stir it into a pot, and then it makes you a little crack rock there, and then that equals money. And then this is the key: the money also equals more cocaine. So it's a circular, it's a circular system. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure there's more involved to it.
Well, you get the
boil
idea.
some crack.
Yeah. This is the Tom Van gist.
There's gasoline involved and something that explodes.
Did you see the pull tabs, the money pull tabs on the zipper?
Yes, I did.
And then the pistol pull tab on the zipper. So there is a little bit more information.
Yeah, the pistol means it's going to get messy.
That is the best jacket I've ever seen.
It's awesome, right?
Yeah.
It's so great.
The fact that you got it for free is insanity to me. It's fantastic.
Now, Elite Vintage Apparel does have one more of these jackets in 4X. If you're a big guy looking to shine.
4X crack jacket.
We got listeners that would like a 4X. We got big listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants a 4X crack jacket? Now, this may be a silly question, but just to complete the look of Crack Santa Claus, are there matching pants?
No, I was.
Is it just a jacket?
Well, I can't say no for sure because there's a lot of watermelon boxes full of clothes out there to be sorted.
Sure.
But I did look around for matching pants, and I did not.
Because that would be pretty awesome if it had matching pants.
I looked real hard because then you're Crack Santa.
Yeah. Then you could just roll, and then it's like then you have like an outfit. You know, I've always wanted to, and I'll say it. I've started kind of doing it on the show. You know the hat I wear that has the big yellow Florida on it? That's kind of like my signature hat. I was always like, man, I want a signature look. You know, like I always like that when you have like something that you always wear.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, that's the guy. He wears like. So I started wearing it, and then I've noticed that in a lot of photos, at least from last year, I'm wearing that hat. So it's like, oh, it's working. You know, like I'm kind of branding this kind of look for me. Like I've always wanted, like you kind of had it with the bear suit when you had that, but you kind of have it now with your uniform.
How dare you? Why did you bring that up?
Well, I mean, it's good. It wasn't a bad thing.
That was not my look. It's not my signature look to the bear suit. Yeah. It's a goddamn clown suit.
If they were going to make an action figure of you, that's how it would dress.
Well, they would put it in. I think they'd include it in there.
Yeah, but if has, like Flavor Flav has a signature look. You already have a signature look.
Well, I'm changing it. Morphing
like a giant gray beard and biker man.
I look like a little biker, like a boob high biker, like Jimmy used to call me. Jimmy used to call me boob high biker. That's very funny.
I remember the song.
All right. Anything else before we take a quick break?
I don't think so. Apparently, watch where you step around the American Kennel Club. That's all. That's my other.
Yeah, I heard
convention
it was full
center.
of doo-doo.
Just dog everywhere.
Another I guess Reddit complaint was the price of ThriftCon. It was $20 just to get in for a ticket.
Yeah,
and people were complaining about it costs money to get into ThriftCon, but it's not. Because the people who are complaining are the people that like thrift stores.
The people thought they were going to Goodwill. Yeah.
And these are, I feel like, for resellers and the upper echelon of thrifters that want the best of the best.
And I'm telling you, like there were people there legitimately to lay down $2,000 on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like,
that's different than thrifting. Thrifting is going through stuff that's worthless and finding gems. It's kind of like finding the value and stuff.
Yeah.
Vintage shopping is like going to like really nice clothing stores and they've already found what it is and then maybe haggling with them to get a better price or something.
I saw a guy lay down more than $1,000 for a T-shirt and then take off his T-shirt and put it on and wear it around. I was like, what are you doing?
What shirt was it?
It was apparently Andrea Dennis has this shirt.
She does have this shirt.
An Allison Chain shirt.
What color was this one? Was it gray or like a light purple gray? Hers is gray.
It was not black, but like darker, something like that.
Yeah, like a dark gray.
Yeah, and it has Alice in a noose.
All right. Band shirts I know they go for a lot of money, especially old band shirts. Like, that's the thing. I knew that.
Yeah, I just told her, and you were right. I just told her, you have that Allison Chain shirt, right, with the noose? And she's like, yeah. I go, it's worth $1,700. That's as good as sold. That thing is gone. My wife is so cheap. Oh, like she likes to wear it now, but she don't like it that much. I'll tell you that.
of course.
Not $1,700 worth of money.
There was also like a heavy contingent of your solid gray-haired men walking around going $1,500 for a Powerpuff Girls T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Like just walking around just to like be like startled by prices.
I like that. A startled by the price, old man. Where they just yell out the cost of something and then look around to try to get other people to go with them. It's like, you're at the place. This is it.
I know. At this place, the guy just notified somebody, "Oh my God, a Powerpuff Girls T-shirt! I'm gonna go check it out."
I found something over the week. I don't know if we're moving on or
let's go.
Well, you could go into mine because it's very adjacent.
Renegers.
Yeah, I went to Renegers, which is very similar to what you were doing. And the family, we drove out to Renegers, which I always thought it was way further away.
No, it's like halfway to Eustis.
It's quick.
It's not quite that far.
Yeah, we got there really fast. So we get there, and a couple of things that I noticed from Renegers. Well, going along with thrifting, one of the thrifting booths, it was like a wacky old man, and he had a bunch of like, I kind of like those guys. They're like chirpy, older. I can see myself becoming one of these chirpy, older men that have a bunch of like weird treasures, and they tell you about all of them.
No,
they're all for sale.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I met this guy, and he was telling me, what were you gonna say?
Like it's like they're almost there just to talk.
Yes.
And the selling is secondary.
Yes.
Like
They need friends.
They need things to do, and whatever they sell, okay, that it's good, but it doesn't depend. Their life doesn't depend on
Correct.
it. They want to talk.
Yeah. So this guy's there, and he had like a bright neon yellow jacket on. He's like, "Hello!" He's like one of those guys, and he had these two like wacky looking. They're like see-through chairs. Okay, like think like little chairs that you would have in the 70s, the Lexan or fiberglass, clear fiberglass with wacky like paisley like upholstery on
Okay,
it.
all right.
And this is just to show you like the inverse of like there were people complaining at ThriftCon about like pricing. I'm gonna show you something completely wacky here that this guy was telling me, and he had a sign on it, and it said like 2 limited edition chairs. They had the whole description of these 2 chairs. It said $90 a piece. And I'm like, wow, $90 a piece. That's kind of expensive. And he's like, wait. Before you say it's expensive, let me just tell you.
By the way, you are the old man at the ThriftCon.
Yeah.
You're like $90 for some chairs.
Well, I mean, like, I don't need any chairs.
No.
I was thinking it too. I didn't really say it, but he's like, he even caught me. He's like, before you think it's expensive, let me just tell you. He goes, I bought these before I knew what they were. And then he grabs his phone and he types in like some web address. He has it ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's the chair. And it's made by the company we did the commercial for. The commercial. We did a commercial for the
furniture company. I forgot the name.
Back in the day, Tom and I did a commercial for a company that makes really wacky high-end furniture for your best hotels, and we did a commercial for them. And this is before we even had the studio, and like we were doing that to earn money to get the studio and everything. Each one of those chairs, and he's like, look, and he scrolls up and down to the bottom. One of the chairs, $4,000.
What?
He's like, I can't give them away. They don't match nothing. He's like yelling and screaming, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you about it. $90 a piece. I'm not buying $200 worth of chairs, but they're $4,000 a piece.
Also,
did you try selling them online?
Yeah, no, sir. You understand how the internet works?
They're like a little. They're like, and I don't think he's an online guy.
Do they make boxes that big?
I don't think he's that guy. I think he's a come and see it and get it. They were a little worn. They had been used in, and then he started giving me the backstory of them, which like it was kind of fun because this guy was like a super character. But they were used in on a high-end, I think on a high-end boat, a luxury yacht, not a carnival. But like the smaller boats that are like very high end, where you maybe have 20 or 30 people that are cruising.
A mini yacht.
Yeah, a mini yacht. It was in their dining room.
Okay.
And then they pieced it all out when they did a remodel of the yacht.
Dude, if you would have,
and he ended up,
if you would have plunked down a $200 on them and then driven them over to ThriftCon, you could have at least doubled.
You're probably
your money.
not wrong. I could have done that.
At least doubled your money.
What's interesting?
They were a little dirty. They needed a little sprucing up or something.
ThriftCon a little dirty is like a part of the spice.
But you could see where he was dropping his price, and he just needed to get what he got out of them. I don't know what he bought them for.
Like there's still
$50.
Still people that prefer to not use the internet hence why these things even exist, because the internet should have taken over all this, because each item should be put to the open market, the world's market on the internet, and then you will get the highest possible price. And instead, they're bringing this stuff to ThriftCon and selling it to individuals that are reselling it and getting, so it's weird that this exists, but there still must be enough people that don't like shopping on the internet or looking for this on the internet, or the people that are selling it is too much of a pain in the ass to list everything.
Unless you're selling like a million of one thing, it's kind of a pain in the ass to
do
list
one-off
stuff on the internet. Because like we're doing it right now with all these clothes. And it's a whole system. It takes a lot of work just to get one thing listed, and then it has to sell, and then you got to go ship it. It's a lot of work for just piece by piece.
Yeah, and he was just you could kind of look at him and size him up and tell that wasn't going to be the thing he did.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
and
it just seemed too
most
good to
of
be
it is
true.
just about talking.
Yeah.
Right.
So
What does a booth cost to rent at Renegers, you reckon? Like maybe $50 for the day or something like that?
I don't know, because some of the ones are like, some of them are in those, there's silos, like the barracks.
Yeah.
Like
a Quonset hut?
Yeah, and then like some of them, it's and all the Nazi stuff you want. I mean, that place is Nazi headquarters. My God.
Memorabilia.
I mean, that's what they say, but I can't imagine that people go in there and be like, I got to add to my collection. I need a few more Nazi badges.
That place also has my favorite non-pyro spot fireworks tent every year. They set up a fireworks tent out front on like the 40-degree sloped lawn. And it's got to be like a nightmare working in that tent, like with stuff just constantly rolling to the bottom of it.
You guys like pickles? Either of you guys pickle guys?
Yeah, I like a pickle.
I wrote this down on my phone. 12 people deep in the morning at the pickle patch.
Okay, and they just sell like gourmet pickles.
We thought it was a coffee thing. They weren't even open yet. We saw a whole line. It's like Park Ave CDs. We thought they were selling tickets or something. We're like, what's happening here? What is Chronic Guru giving out free marijuana? What's happening? Nope. 12 people deep waiting to get their pickles. They opened at like 9 a.m.
Was it like free pickle day? Like
No.
It's just gourmet, probably like jarred pickles, right?
No, like I think the barrels. Where you get them they get them fresh out of the big pickle barrel.
Oh, okay. You're just getting a giant
gourmet pickles that are made by some guy.
First thing in the morning, just a pickle?
They were in line.
Not with the hot dog.
We
not
thought
with
it was
the
coffee.
sandwich.
No, we thought it was coffee. Oh, they do the big beers just like any other flea market.
Oh, yeah, beer and a hot dog.
Yeah, they do the
Or a beer and a
they do
pickle.
the ginormous beers. I didn't have any, but people were just getting blasted at 9 a.m. Everyone had a beer.
Is it like an online thing? Does this pickle place have a giant social following or something? Where like
I have no idea.
Look, it's me and the pickle.
We didn't walk by it when it was open. When we walked by, it was closed, and they had like they had the whole metal door pulled down, and people were just standing right in front of the pickle door, and there was like 12 people all the way back, and they're just waiting patiently until 9 a.m. so they can get their pickles on a Saturday.
What's the Super Pepper Man?
Oh, Super Pepper Man. Okay, so Maisie and I met the Super Pepper Man, Mr. Joe, and he makes hot sauces. And he played a prank on Maisie, but Maisie fell for it, but he didn't get he wanted to, I'll explain it to you. So Mr. Joe's standing there. We're tasting all of his different hot sauces. Maisie loves hot sauces, so we're trying all of them. We're kind of going from mild all the way up until it's spicier hot sauces. And then he's like, I'm crazy about peppers. I make my own peppers. I've got 37 different peppers at my house. And he's going through this whole thing about like how he's got like all the peppers, He's like, I even make my own strands. I create my own peppers. He's like, do you want to try one of my scorpion peppers? And I'm like, sure, I'll try it. And Maisie's like, is it spicy? He's like, do you want to try one of my scorpion peppers? And Maisie's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I'll try it, I guess. So he takes out a pocket knife right there, and he starts cutting one of these scorpion peppers. And it looks like a big, giant, like a Scotch bonnet. It's orange, big, blazing, scorpion-looking pepper. And he chops it up, and he hands a piece to me. I hands a piece to Maisie. And
There's a little girl.
Yeah,
he wasn't concerned about that.
No.
Like there was a little girl.
The guy using his pocket knife to serve
pocket
food?
knife.
No, he didn't care.
Pocket knife, dirty pocket knife too.
Yeah.
And he cuts the peppers up. He hands me a piece. He takes a piece. He's like, I'll do it with you. It's just so we're all in on it. We're all get the pain. And he's like, 3, 2, 1. Man, she pops that pepper, and then we start chewing up the pepper. And then we're chewing, and then he looks at us and he goes, I crossed it. I took out the sting. I took out the heat. I created that pepper. I took the sting out of that pepper. It looks like a Scotch bonnet, but I took all the heat out. Not quite like that, but he was sort of like, I'm playing God. He's like, you fell for my prank. I was going to get you with the scorpion pepper, but thank you for eating it. But no, it just tastes like a yummy.
It's almost a reverse
bell
prank.
pepper.
Like the prank is you say you want a piece of bell pepper and then it's spicy. That's a prank.
Yeah. It tastes just like a bell pepper, but it was funny because he was just like, he was like, I got you with no heat. I kind of had a...
They make orange peppers that aren't hot. He didn't invent anything.
I know.
Like,
he's awesome though. He was great. So we bought some of his hot sauce. Then we bought some tamponade from the olive oil man. We just wandered through like everything. It had to be like with my kid now, it's all food. So everything we buy has got to be some sort of like a spice, an oil.
So the flea markets, the the afternoon, what do they call, like on Sundays, they around Lake Eola,
Well, farmers
markets.
Your wife used to take you to those all the time, right?
So that whole business is interesting, and I think more the flea market lends to, because the farmers markets, there are legitimate small businesses that go there every Sunday and build up and like market themselves, and like this is how Jesse from Odang started, and like other companies, food companies, they start this way and then build up. But like the flea markets and like Renegers and stuff, there are a large amount of people going there just because it's something to do. Which is odd.
Us. Yeah, that's us.
Well, no, not even the people that are like the customers. I'm saying the people selling stuff. Like they're,
you mean they're doing that just to pass the time?
Yes, not necessarily for business.
Most people, I would say most.
You say most.
I would say most. Most that were there at Renegers. I'm not saying that for everybody.
Like they pass the time. Also, maybe
Mr. Joe was great, but he
money.
wasn't there to make money. Now, he did sell a decent amount of hot sauce because his hot sauces are really good. I actually ate it for breakfast this morning. So shout out to Mr. Joe at Mount Dora at Renegers. He's great.
And you're marketing, you're like getting engagement, real to person engagement. So that does, if you are a chirper, it's a lasting impression.
He was a pepper chirper. He was like a plant
marketing,
guy. And he was really into creating new types of peppers and crossing this pepper with that pepper. So
tricking people with them.
Yeah.
And another way ThriftCon is kind of the opposite of that. ThriftCon was full of like your influencers. So like there was a lot
of thrifter influencers.
Dude, there was a place I've seen the most men followed around by another man with a camera just filming them doing nothing ever in my life. And then one guy walked by and he had some Pepe jeans on and they were all markered up and he had like his influencer name on the jeans and I was like, oh man, that guy must be like really big if he's walking around with his name on his jeans. Looked him up, he had like 400 Instagram followers. Like, embarrassing yourself, buddy. But it's embarrassing.
But in that world, maybe
you get more respect with your name on your Pepe. I'll tell you that.
And like I said, like me and Craig are over here with the Gerbeau and stuff, and on the other side was his partner and his son with like more thrifted stuff. And people were just coming up to them all day, and he'd be like, "Oh, hey, you're so and so from this channel," or "Hey, you're this from that." Like they are integrated with that scene, and people know each other. It's a whole community.
It's I want some mini documentaries on all this, like every single little genre of thing.
But my
like
favorite,
ThriftCon and the Renegers flea market.
You would like Renegers because there's some mysteries left in Renegers.
Yeah,
like one of the ones I walked by, I couldn't interact with the guy because I didn't know what to say to him. I thought of it later when I was driving home. So there was this guy. There were air conditioned bays that you can rent. I guess no different than a storage unit.
Yeah.
And he had a sign in the front that said like vintage electronics. And then when you looked in his bay, it was just literally slam jam full of any.
There was a hoarder.
Hoarder crazy. And then basically his sign said, "Tell me what you need. I've probably got it."
Yeah, because you're just seeing what he brought here. There's storage units.
No, but meaning he's like, you don't look, you don't browse. It's you go to him when you're like, and I thought of what I would have asked for. I was like, find me a late 90s radio station level 360 Industries digicart. I would love to have one. I'd love to just to mess around with, right? And because I've got some discs at my house that have some of my old bits on that I can't even recover, right? And I was like, I could have asked him for that. But, like, you don't browse him. He sits there to go with your documentary.
Yeah.
He sits there all day waiting for people to walk up to him and I need a late 90s 360 Industries digicart. And he'll be like, I'll be right back.
And then he's looking through
and then
his
he looks
garbage
through his
or
stuff. He
whatever.
probably knows like a real, hoarders,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know. It's not like,
Yeah, they do
and
know where
it's
everything is.
mental illness, but they're not idiots. They're not, they're smart people. And they'll be like, oh, it's right here. Oh, here's your digit card.
Yeah.
That'll be $100. But like, I didn't think of it until later. So what does he do all day?
Yeah.
Right?
I think where's a coffee mug? And you lift up a bunch of garbage. You're like, here it is. And I'm like, you knew under that pile of garbage.
I do believe they know.
That lived in your brain. Where like all this stuff is mapped out, and you know where a coffee mug is under a foot of garbage.
They know.
I did that getting ready for ThriftCon because we wanted to make sure somebody was there at 6 o'clock. They opened the door to vendors at 6 o'clock, so we wanted somebody on site at 6, so nobody would like steal all our Scarface jackets, And I was the first person at ThriftCon, by the way. I was the first person in the door at ThriftCon. But when I was getting ready, my wife was asleep, and I went into my room, in our bedroom, in perfect darkness, and I moved like 8 things around to find where my book bag was. And then walked out, and I was like, "That's kind of impressive."
Oh, you did it in darkness.
It was in a box, like covered in other bags
Yeah.
and like a couple jackets, and I knew where it went. I went and got it, and didn't wake her up.
I call that being Batman. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like a super criminal.
I felt like I was burglaring.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a break, do a segment, and then we got a little bit of time, about 9 minutes, and maybe we'll have a special guest with us. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Maybe there is a special guy. I thought I heard somebody at the door. Well, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
Sounded sleigh bells or something.
There we go. Perfect.
We do have like 9 minutes if you want to fuck around.
Perfect. Should be perfect.
Then we'll do the BDM show, and then OG. Then we'll turn off everything, and then we'll record a quick ACT. We just got some topics and stuff for January 2nd.
Yes, sir.
Piss.
Got it. All right. Hey SJ, just to let you know, buddy, this thing is the encoder is overloading again pretty consistently. I've seen it going off on the bottom, and I've seen it flickering on Ross's camera just a touch. Is there any way to stop that, or is that just what we're dealing with? Oh. Yeah, it's doing it right now. Consider turning down video settings. Is that constantly going to be something we got to like battle with, or can we get it set on a is it impossible for us to do 4K now because of the encoder issues? Should I be searching for a little something different to use on the camera aspect end? I don't know. Just seems a little unstable. Appreciate you, man. All right, that is saved. Oh, I shit in a box this morning. Write that down.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about the BDM show.
Okay.
Because I got a funny story for the BDM show.
I shit in a box.
And I figured all the sports stuff we'll save till tomorrow, EJ.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I got you, man. I thought we turned all the AI stuff off. Is it still still running somehow? Also, I did see that OBS asked me this morning for an update, but I ignored it because I don't do those now unless you are. No, SJ, we're not doing that, buddy. You're funny though. You are too nice. You are too kind. Tom would not want to do that, I assure you.
What did it do what?
I'll tell you later. That's something SJ told me. He emailed me. You're too sweet, man. You're too nice of a guy. We love our sweet little St. Cloud wrestling man that will hit you with a piece of wood. Hit you right in the head. All right. Check. Hey.
And it's Sal Tampano, right?
Is that who it is?
No, Sunday Tampano. No.
Oh,
he just came up because of thrift.
Okay, yeah. You were gonna go.
Okay.
I like the commitment to like not breaking the plane. That's good. You're closer to an improv guy than I thought. Who is it? Is it
Ram?
Is it Ram?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Great. I used to have a Ram Daisy thing song, but I think I got rid of it. We don't need it.
That's fine.
All right, Mr. Van.
And then how much is it? Is it 9 minutes?
Yeah, I can give you an exact. Why not?
Did 31?
7.
Okay. Okay.
7 to 9 or 10, it doesn't matter because once you're in that area, it's just floating. I'll bring us back. Here we go. In 3, 2. Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
Looks like we got a special guest in studio with us.
Hey, I haven't seen this guy in a minute. Hi, everybody. Look, it looks like Ram Davesy's here. What's up, Ram?
You there, boy. What day is it?
It's
December 15th.
Then there's still time. Here, take these gold coins, run down to the wine shop by the yacht dock, and get me the bottle of champagne in the window. The one as big as you.
So you want me to get a giant bottle of champagne?
I've always wanted a giant bottle of champagne. Bigger than a Magnum? Are we talking novelty size?
This is probably a Methuselah at the very least. Yeah.
That's what they call the next step off of Magnum. Methuselah.
You wouldn't know this is a poor being, Tom, but yeah, all the bigger bottles of champagne are named after Bible creatures.
I can't help but notice that you are now wearing your headphones over your top hat, which I like. I do like. I think is that a custom-made headphone top hat?
This hat is designed to conduct the sound waves directly into my brainstem and skull.
And you've grown a massively ginormous mega beard.
Yeah,
like
my
last
God,
time we saw you, Ram, you had no beard. Now you look as if you've been camping in the wilderness.
My barber lost his golden scissors, and we haven't quite been able to replace them yet. Just a minute, I get some more golden scissors.
Well, happy holidays. Very good to see you.
Well, it is the holiday time. That's kind of why I'm here. I wanted to talk to you guys about a problem I have just about every holiday.
Okay, what problem is that, Ram?
I know it's going to be coming up again soon because I just was visited by a ghostly messenger, partner of mine. You may know Bernie Madoff came and visited me.
Okay,
really?
Oh, so like in the regular Christmas Carol, he's visited by
Jacob Marley,
the ghost of Christmas past.
No, well, first it's Jacob Marley,
and
Jacob Marley then warns Scrooge. I don't know what this has to do with Ram, but Jacob Marley warns Scrooge about the 3 ghosts that will visit him and teach him the meaning of Christmas.
So you get visited by
a former business partner of mine, Bernie Madoff.
Okay, all right, sure.
Is he dead? Bernie Madoff dead?
I don't know if he is. Is he dead?
I'm assuming so. He came to me wearing chains that he formed in life and little pyramids all over him. So he's either dead or he's taken to a very extreme lifestyle.
He's dead. He died April 14th, 2021 at the age of 82 years old.
That checks out. That's about how long he's been warning me.
And he died behind bars, which, there you go.
Yeah.
So the ghost
they
of
caught him.
Bernie Madoff visited you.
And he let me know that I was going to be visited by 3 more ghostly figures, as I have been for some years past.
Okay, all right.
This is not my first rodeo. I've been through this.
every other year. It's a
My
ghost
God.
Yeah, it's the same old stuff every year. It's the 3 ghosts.
That'll make a man hate Christmas, right? I mean, that's a lot of...
well, I guess you get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
I make do. I do have... The Ghost of Christmas Past is my least favorite. He usually comes first and takes me back and shows me a traumatic scene from my youth.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks, Ghost of Christmas Past. I was there.
A lot of that stuff doesn't leave you, right?
No.
Yeah, it reminded you of the trauma.
The redundant ghost,
I remember losing my Velcro wallet full of money and vowing never to be without money ever again. Thank you very much.
I was there. Story?
That was the origin story? One of the things he's shown me in the past.
If we were reading about the origin of Marvel X-Men, that would be one of the starting points of a young Ram Dave.
Sure.
Okay. Wow, we're getting a lot. You're being very vulnerable today, Ram.
So then the ghost of Christmas
present.
And this is the first one that I'm actually able to utilize.
How do you not know Christmas Carol? Number one, you did you did it 20 times.
I forgot if the future comes next and then the present.
What do you mean you forget if the future comes next? How can a person forget that the future comes next? That's what future means.
Even in spectral world, time does progress from past to future.
Thank you, Ram. Just good God.
Well, past, present, and then future. I guess that makes sense, but I didn't know exactly in the story. All right, so the future, the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Well, we still are actually in the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Present is the now the ghost was supposed. Well, typically in this tale, I think he shows you what you're messing up now.
Yeah, well, he tried showing me some stuff that's supposed to make me mend my ways or whatever, but whatever. So one of my employees has a sick kid. What do I care? A lot of people in this world do.
I feel that way too, and that's one of the reasons why we no longer have employees. Because I am very much a get to work kind of Danny.
I figured that like Scrooge knew kind of what was going on, right?
If he didn't, then he was a bad businessman, right?
Yeah, and
they never painted him like he was a bad businessman. They always painted him to be a shrewd businessman. So
he's
what
smart
the hell? He was lying to himself the whole time.
Yeah, he's smart enough to know like the poor people that you employ have poor families.
Oh, he knew.
Like it's not like they have a rich life after they.
Also, you don't need to go all out for a poor family on Christmas. If you just upgrade them a little bit, they think you're a hero. Yeah. You don't need to get the turkey as big as me. You just get them a sizable butterball, and they're like, "Whoa!"
Gave him the day off.
Yeah, save a little in the tank, right? Pull back a little bit, man. Good Lord.
I don't know who you guys are talking about, but so what? This ghost shows me that one of my employees is feeding his family a tiny turkey. You're lucky to have that turkey. You're welcome. You ought to have Ram on one side of that turkey and Daisy up the other if there's room on your tiny turkey.
Ram, do you give out any bonuses to your employees? How many employees do you have?
I believe at last count, 1/3 of the country of the world was part of my employ.
Oh, yeah.
In one way or
all
another.
under your umbrella.
In one way or another. Most
massive
top of my head, most gold miners I employ. Most boat engineers are employed by me.
Anything in the boat
across
industry.
the world. Yeah, across the world.
Gold boats.
Making boats to tearing them down for raw resources. It's all under my control.
Gotcha. Shipping is huge.
So then the Ghost of Christmas.
And by the way, if you do show up in one of my Ghosts of Christmas Presents visions, I fire you immediately. That's just a bad sign to me. I don't like seeing that guy around the office after that when knowing that he had a tiny turkey and a sick kid and his kid's probably dead.
I agree with that.
It's a downer.
It's not conducive to a good work environment. Always fired if you show up in my Ghost of Christmas Presents.
Yeah. If we scattered nothing but unfortunate people in here, it's a sadder day, right?
So then the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Oh, good. Dan, he's catching on.
Yeah, he's got it now.
He's got it
He's
down.
on board.
Good for you, Tom. Yeah, and the Ghost of Christmas Future, I think he's a little tired of me at this point because he's the only one I actually look forward to. For example, the first time Ghost of Christmas Future came to me and he showed me a scene of, quote unquote, my graveside and a bunch of people celebrating and singing and all happy at my graveside. Well, I happened to notice that they were all using these rectangular little cubular camera devices, and when I came back from my vision, rather than giving all my money away to the poor or whatever these ghosts wanted me to do, I invested in Apple. I made a fortune. I made enough money. I made enough money to cure the cancer I had that was going to kill me. So I actually look forward to these Ghosts of Christmas Future visions. I can generally take some business knowledge away from them.
So you use them as insider trading.
What a great story.
So you use the Ghost of Christmas Future for insider trading.
Well, use what's in front of you. Any good motivator, Wallow would say that. Mel Robbins would say that. Use what's in front of you. It's right in front of your face, right?
Absolutely, Dan. You're catching on.
Well, Ram,
this is one of the most motivating Christmas stories I've ever. Congrats on beating the cancer. That's fantastic.
All it took was money.
How long have you been in remission?
All it took was money, Dan.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. What an unbelievable Ram Daisy
Christmas special.
Carol story.
Yeah.
God bless us, everyone.
Yeah, nothing else can be said.
Well, Merry Christmas, Ram Daisy, and
Ram Daisy, not Daisy.
No.
Ram Daisy. Merry Christmas, Ram Daisy. I'm going to the future.
Hey, he learned how time worked today. I feel like that's a big win.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome. That was a great one, dude. That was a wild one.
That was funny.
We haven't had Ram in a minute. I enjoyed that a lot.
God, every time we do that, the in the moment dancing is a different type of
It's hard.
That's yeah.
It's hard. Okay, got that. All right, what's next?
Next, we're just gonna switch over to the BDM show.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna shut all this down.